Hello everyone, I'm Ahana.
And I'm Celine.
And today we have a Funday Friday episode.
Yay! About our issues.
I'm oddly excited.
I know, because some of these are going to be funny and like joking. And then
so what we're thinking of doing is like we'll start off with like a issue.
My issue is that I dropped the microphone, guys.
Yeah. We'll start off with like a funny issue that we have that's like an actual issue, but it's also kind of funny.
But it's funny.
And then we'll talk about like actual issues that we kind of face on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah. Alright, so tell me about a funny issue you have.
My first issue... Okay, this is not... It's more of a fear than an issue. Oh my god, my phone just... Low
battery. Oh my god, I know what you're going to talk about, and it's so funny.
Oh my...
I'm going to start laughing.
Okay, literally, you guys can't judge, okay?
You can judge.
Everyone has an irrational fear.
Judge.
I have, like, only, like, one actual fear.
Really?
Like, one, like, irrational fear. I have, like, rational fear.
I have, like, 20, or, like... No, I have,
voice crack? What was that?
That's my issue. No, I have, like, 100,000 fears, and they're all irrational.
I have, like, one main irrational fear, but I have, like, a bunch of rational fears, like... Yeah.
You keep saying
fears.
Feel.
But my irrational fear is really embarrassing and no one knows about it. Besides like 3 people. But I'm scared of like tall things.
Okay, so she's scared of like skyscrapers and like, you know those like lamppost things that are, or like tall poles or something? Like,
okay, but it's not like being
so intimidating.
No, here's the thing.
Terrifying.
It's not because I'm like, it's not like standing at the top of a skyscraper. Like, I'm fine with heights. I literally, I went on like the top of the Shard, which is like the tallest skyscraper in London, and I was fine. It's just standing beneath it and feeling like it's gonna fall on you.
Okay, I've heard of being scared of falling, but not a skyscraper.
Get close
My
to the mic.
God. She's mean.
Okay.
You're mean.
Talking to the mic, no one can hear you.
So, like, I've heard of being scared of, like, falling and heights, but, like, being scared of lampposts?
It's not... lampposts aren't that scary, because they're, like, not that tall.
Yeah, but I like making fun of you, because it's really funny.
But it's, like, have you ever seen, like, clock towers? They're freaking terrifying. They're, like, so
not.
tall.
They're clock towers. They're, like, little cute London
Oh, my
things.
God. They're scary. And, like, phone towers.
Phone tower? Okay, you're
scary.
actually scared. I feel like you're not scared of, like, most things, but then you're scared of, like, clock towers. Like, I don't understand.
Okay, here's the thing. Like, I won't, like, cry if you made me stand next to it.
Yeah,
I just, like,
don't.
don't like it, you know? It just makes me feel weird.
That is so funny. I'm sorry.
Okay, Celine, what's yours?
Oh, funny issue?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I just, like, many things. I feel like I get hyper sometimes. You know when you have all this, like, energy, and you're, like, either in a really bad mood or a really, really good mood, and you don't know what to do with yourself, so you just, like...
Let me tell you a story.
God.
Let me tell you a story. Don't interrupt me. I will literally slap you.
Okay, well, actually, that's an issue for me, interrupting people.
Yeah, that's her issue. She interrupts everyone. But, basically... I got Visco for the first time. I got Visco for the first time, and I was like posting things, and Celine was in one of those moods where she's hypo, and we call it her alter ego Brooklyn. So she was in her alter ego mode of Brooklyn, and so she was freaking out and like, oh my god. And she found, like, the worst picture of herself.
Oh my god, it was so funny, though.
It was the worst picture of herself.
So
it was kind of
funny.
like an inside joke thing. And she's like, post it. And she's like, if you don't post it, then I will slap you. If you don't post it, then I'll block you. If you don't post it, then I'll stop texting you. And I was like, I'm not posting that. That is embarrassing for you. Not even me.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing for you. And then the day later, she was like, I don't know why I did that. If you posted that, like, now I'd be so sad. That is so evil.
I know.
But then that one day, she was like, I want you to post my ugly photos to
I
the world.
I was just like, yes, you know, like,
God, it was very interesting.
that was great. Okay.
And then afterwards, she's like, I'm so glad you didn't post
Afterwards,
that.
I'm like, what? What is wrong with me?
Oh, God.
So, like, that's my funny issue. Okay.
She has a alter ego.
Everyone has an alter ego. Like, you know when you, like, sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
My issue... What's another issue of mine? Oh, are we doing serious ones? Okay, I'll do serious ones.
Let's talk about a serious issue.
So a serious issue that I have... I feel like Wait, what is my serious...
You have serious issues.
I have, like, issues, but I literally can't think of them right now.
Okay, what about, like...
My serious issues, like... Oh, I have, like, a lot of, like, internal conflict. Mm-hmm. That sounds stupid. But basically, it's, like... I have a hard... Like, sometimes, when I'm alone, I have a hard time, like, realizing who I am. Which sounds weird. But, like, sometimes, like... If I'm not 100% clear on, like, who I am, what my goals are, like, my personality, whether I'm, like, good or bad, I feel like I get this, like, internal crisis. And, like, am I actually a good person, or am I just faking it? Or, like, did I do this for this reason, or did I do it just for validation?
Yeah, like, second-guessing yourself and questioning yourself.
I feel like I constantly question myself, and then I question, like, the other day, I've known my entire life that I've wanted to be, like, a doctor, and I know that's the only profession in which you can, like, help people, but it's also, like, you can focus on, like, surgeries, and you can, like, do this in-depth, like, procedures, and I know that that's the only thing that I want to do, and I've been very clear on that, but then one day I was just like, what if I'm just doing it but just because? What if I don't actually want to do this? So it's like this like constant, like, is this even real? Like, like this questioning of yourself, and it's like really annoying, and then you wake up and you realize, like, no, that's not who I am. I'm this person. Like, I am who I am, and I can't keep questioning that, you know?
Yeah.
So that's like one of my issues. That's probably a bigger issue that, like, I have. It's probably my biggest issue.
I mean, that makes sense. Like,
I just constantly, like,
I think you put a lot of pressure on yourself, you know, which is why you...
Well, I feel like I just, like, question at my, like, everything too much. Like, I question myself, like, am I true? Like, or is this...
And I don't even know if it has something to do with confidence. I think it's just about, like... I don't know.
It's just, like, I hate, like, uncertainty, and, like, every time I'm uncertain about myself, it just bothers me to, like, limits.
Yeah.
And another, like, I think I've talked about this before, like, one time that, like, it comes to mind was, like, I won the science fair, and this dude came up to me, and he goes, well, which one of your parents came up with the idea? And it made me so mad, because I spent so much time working on it. Yeah. And then forever after that, I questioned myself, like, am I, like, do people think this about me? Like, am I, like, just doing this? Was this even, like, my parents helped me with part of it. Does that mean that I didn't even work on it? Like, this whole entire, like, realm of, like, am I independent enough? Did I do this myself enough? Like, my dad went and bought products with me. Does that mean that, like, I didn't do it myself?
Yeah.
And so, like, it was, like, things like that just, like, I question things so much, like, about who... like, my personality and stuff, like, is this actually, like, did I do this to be good, or did I do this for
what
validation?
Were my
like,
intentions?
Exactly. And, like, I know them clear in my mind, but then I just keep on thinking about them. But then
it's, like, and you question. Yeah.
So that's my issue.
All right.
What's your issue?
Oh, okay, my issue is that I, like, overthink everything all the time. And, okay, my main issue, I would say, is that, like, I feel like everyone's always mad at me. Like, I always think everyone's mad at me.
Yeah, that's actually, like, it's not funny, though, because that's, like, an actual problem.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think Ahana's mad at me, like, half the time. Like, you don't do anything wrong. I just always think everyone's mad at me.
Yeah.
So it's, like, you know, it's...
Yeah, and I feel like sometimes, like, reading into things is an issue. Like, I do it too, but I feel like with you it's another, like, thing, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I can read into everything. Like, if someone, like, I can read into, like, the tone of a text, or, like, and then I think about it for so long, and I think about everything that could have happened in something that I could have done in, like, something that happened, like, 5 years ago, and I'm like, wait, what if they're, like, mad about, like, that? And then I'm like, oh, but what if I did something, like, before? What if they hate me? What if they don't want to, you know, it's, like, a lot of, and then I think about it too much, and then I'm like, why am I thinking about this? I'm overthinking it, and then I, like, overthinking it, and then it's
like this endless cycle. And I feel like sometimes it's worse than others, right? Like, sometimes I might be, like, passive-aggressive accidentally, and you won't care, but then sometimes you're like... Are you mad at me?
Yeah, it just depends on the day, too. Because, like, sometimes I'm just fine, but then sometimes I just, like, read into everything even more. Because, like, I don't know. You know, it just depends, you know?
Yeah, like, overthinking is...
And, like, so I think overthinking and, like, just, like, overthinking, like, conversations and, like, people and just, like, relationships and, like, everything, like, you did that day and just, like, thinking about, like, everything and, like, Yeah,
and that's... Yeah, I mean, like, it is something that you can work on. Has it gotten better for you?
Well, I mean...
You have your stages.
It depends, you know? Sometimes it does, and what helps me, honestly, is taking baths. It's gonna sound weird, but, like, literally taking baths is so relaxing.
Trash her for taking baths so much.
I know.
But, if it helps you, then...
I don't know, I just feel like taking baths is, like, very relaxing, you know what I'm saying? It's, like, it's just relieving of stress, you know? Yeah. And I feel like what you can do is just, like, drop everything for, like, 30 minutes and just don't think. Like, just, like, do what you need to do. Like, take a nap or something. Like, clear your mind.
I feel like something I've noticed is, like, if something's not clear, then you freak out about it, like, a little bit. Like... Yeah. Like, if something, like, you're worried about is going to happen, like, you think it might happen, then you, like... want it not to happen, so then you overthink if it's happening.
Right. And it's like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff to overthink. You can literally overthink everything, right? But then you would spend your entire life overthinking everything, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's also hard too.
It's hard to stop.
Like, you can't just stop overthinking stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah. So
being done with that. I mean, obviously we're not going into everything. There's obviously more, but that ends our first half.
All right.
So when we come back in the second half, we're gonna do more of our issues because I feel like I like this one.
This is great. This is like a little venting sesh.
Honestly.
And the funny ones though.
But anyway.
Oh, I'll talk about one of my funny fears too. I don't even know if it's funny. I don't know.
Anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Stay tuned. Bye.
Bye. Okay, ready?
Welcome back from the break. Alright, would you like to start off with your funny fear?
Okay, I don't even know if it's funny. It depends on... Oh my god.
Oh, sorry about that, YouTube.
We have a little bit of a...
technical difficulty.
Yeah.
Get your foot off the... Okay.
That's... Okay, so... Oh wait, no, this isn't a fear, but I want to talk about this. I'm really bad at, like, roasting people.
That's her issue, guys.
I'm so bad at coming up with roasts. No, you know what? I can make this bigger. I'm bad at improv. Like, I can't think on the spot. I can't. If I make a mistake, I'm like... I, like, stutter and I'm like, what?
What is happening?
Like, during debate on our first competition, I was, like, doing a rebuttal, right? And I went up there and I was all like, oh, yeah. And then I, like, forgot what I was going to say. And I was like, yeah. So... That's my issue.
No, but I feel like you've improved, like, the second debate tournament we had, we won third.
And I feel like with something like that, like, being bad at improv, like, you can build skills by doing, like, the podcast, debate, they've all helped me with, like, improvising, because on news updates, I used to, like, blank for a minute and then just be like, and we had to, like, cut it out. But I haven't done that in a while. So.
Yeah, and that's also just, like, personality thing that, like...
I'm just bad at improv.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. It's just
not a skill of mine, and that's fine. Like,
yeah, and I feel like something that helped with the debate like thing is like you talked slower. I noticed during it.
I feel like I have this thing where sometimes I talk like really, really, really fast. Like I do that a lot.
And then like you run out of what you're gonna say.
So then I run out of time because I'm talking so fast, and then I have to keep talking fast, and I can't formulate thoughts that fast. I'm just like, oh, it's not good.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
One of my other issues, which I honestly wasn't even aware of this until people started telling me.
What?
I feel like I'm like too extreme.
With like what?
Like with extreme, like I'm either one or the
other. Oh, okay. Like either really happy or really sad or like
not even that.
Or like
what did you say? You told me that I'm like
yeah, I know. I
you're like a 40-year-old or something.
Oh yeah, you have like the maturity of a 2-year-old sometimes, and then you're like this genius like who has the maturity of like an 80-year-old, but in a good way. Like, you know, like you have experience and wisdom, but then you're like a 2-year-old sometimes.
Yeah, there's like no in between. Like sometimes on the podcast I'm like this 50-year-old with a PhD, and then other times I'm like
you're very much a person who like you're passionate, so you have high levels and then you have low. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I have a hard time being in between.
Yeah, and like
that's not a good thing.
You'll spend like okay, this is an issue. I need to talk about this.
I don't even know what you're
saying. There was this restaurant that like sells burgers, and it like And it, like, came out, like, near her house, right? They, like, got a new one. So she had to wait in line for, I think it was, what, like, 11 hours or 12 hours?
7.
Okay, whatever. Same
Not
thing.
11.
She waited in a line 7 hours long for a burger when the place was, like, 5 minutes from her house. So I'm just saying that's a bit of an issue.
Okay, the thing with that is, like, I'm extreme, and that's not good, because I feel like you have to be moderate.
I don't know.
Sometimes.
I feel like sometimes it's good, but sometimes it can cause issues. You know,
like, the burger thing was stupid, so it doesn't even matter. But, like, for other things, that can actually be an issue.
Yeah, I can see how it can be an issue.
Like, I didn't even want the burger. I just wanted to say that I stood in line for 7 hours and got it on opening day. Is that
you have a lot of, like, determination, and you have a lot of, like, you need to do this. Like, even if it's not, like, even if it's stupid, you just have this mindset of, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, very set. Yeah. And that can be a good thing, and it can hurt you,
like, the
too.
Stubbornness aspect of it is not great.
Yeah, you're stubborn, but it can be good and bad, you know?
Yeah, like the extremes, like, I'll either, like, love something with all my heart or I'll hate it. Like, I'm not really, like, okay with anything. I mostly, like, love it or hate it most of the time. Or, like, yeah, like, I feel like I need to work on finding the in-between a lot of the times, because it can be, like, useful. Because, like, life is not, like, all, like, hate, love, you know?
As we talked about in our one episode, there's black and white, and then there's gray, and
yeah, but it's not like, I know that there's not just black
it's not like you have this black and white thinking about, like, good and bad, but I feel like it's more about yourself in, like...
Yeah, it's either, like... I'm either the best or I'm the worst. I can never be like, okay.
You're never just, yeah.
Like, or I can be sad, or not even sad and happy. I mean, emotions are different. But either, like, I'm, like, a genius or I'm stupid. Or either, like...
Yeah.
Or I'm, like, I will do something with full passion or I won't even try.
Yeah, and I think that comes from, like, a lot of pressure on yourself, but also just, like, a mindset. Like, I don't know what it comes from, but it's
I don't even think it's that deep. I think it's just, like, my personality, honestly.
Yeah. Because you have a strong personality, which means you do, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, either I'm, like, really, like, I won't talk to anyone, or I'm, like, the loudest in the room. There's no in between. It's, like, that issue thing.
Right.
What's your issue, Celine?
What's my issue? I have issues, but I can't think of...
Oh, I'm gonna give me an issue.
Give me an
Celine's issue is that, wait, I don't even... I have
so many issues.
We all have very many
issues. Like, a list or something. Believe me, I can tell you.
Your issue is you put trash on your bed.
I put... actually, okay, let's talk about this.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, so when I vacuum... Because I vacuum like a normal person. Oh my god, we need to talk about toothbrush too.
Okay.
That's completely unrelated.
Oh yeah, literally. That's her issue.
No, that's your issue. We all know it. Okay, so basically, when I vacuum, I, like, put all my stuff, like my chair and my trash can, I put it on my bed. Because that's what normal people do.
No one does that.
Right? No, shut up. We don't need your opinion.
No, but, we literally talked to someone at our school, and they're like, you put your chair on your bed?
But, like, because it's easier. You don't have to wheel it out of your room. Just put it on your bed, and then you vacuum, and then you take it off your bed.
No, you move it out of the room.
Boom.
Why would you put it on the place where you sleep?
Easy.
Okay, let's talk about toothbrushes.
Okay. Wait, what was the... I forget. I remember it, but I forget.
Okay, I'll brief you.
Oh, so basically... My issue is that I have bad memory.
Honestly.
To remember.
So, we were arguing about this the other day. So
no, it was like a year ago.
It was like, after you brushed, you, like...
Oh, yeah.
Gargle with water? Or do you just leave it?
No, you don't leave it. You put water on your toothbrush, and then you brush your teeth with water on the toothbrush. Okay, here's what you do. You take your toothbrush, you put toothpaste on it, you brush, you spit, then you wash the toothbrush with water, and then you do that again, so you're getting water in your mouth, and then you spit, and then boom, you're done. Boom.
Okay, no one does that. Okay, why would you scrub your teeth with water after you scrub it with toothpaste?
Because it's getting the toothpaste off with water.
Yeah. But, like, what about the stuff that's, like, still in your mouth?
What stuff?
Like, there's toothpaste that's, like, stuck on your teeth and your tongue and, like, the back of your mouth and stuff.
Well, then sucks for you.
What I do is I brush like a normal person with toothpaste, and then I get, like, a cup of water and, like, gargle it out. And then I gargle it out. We literally asked people about this, and they're like, yeah, you literally...
Okay. You know what? Put it in the comments if you feel passionate about this, because I know that I'm right, and
Anyway, I feel like that was fun. If you guys like this, let us know.
Yeah, I hope so. So, that about wraps it up. So basically, you know, we have our issues, some more serious than others, but it's kind of fun to recognize them. And
obviously we have way more.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like people don't talk about their issues enough, so
yeah.
Here we are, talking about
oh my god, I drop everything too.
Yeah.
My list of issues goes on and on.
Yeah, seriously. Our issues don't...
My issue is that I have too many issues.
My issue is that sometimes I'm overly hygienic and sometimes I don't care. Like, I will literally go race in mud, but I won't let you touch me with your feet after you shower.
Yeah, you have the weirdest hygiene standards. Alright, so thank you so much for listening. Check out our bio, check out our website, please
follow
DM
us.
Let us know how you brush your teeth.
Follow us everywhere. They're all linked. And
thank
stay
you.
tuned.
Alright, bye. That was so good.
That was fun.
Why was that like